Lay down, Alamo. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Well, I had to make it so you could see my Alabama blanket.
No, you don't, because I'm gonna lay on it. I think I'm here. Okay.
Can you be seen?
Yeah. This is where your iPad was.
Okay.
Hey, doggy. Hey, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep, we want to wish y'all happy Thanksgiving from the Hoffman family to yours.
You're not supposed to say our last name.
Oh. Well, let's do it again.
Okay.
Hey, everyone. How you doing? We want to wish you all a
Happy Thanksgiving.
from our family to yours. And even our little doggy, Scruffy, which is a pain in the neck.
She thinks she's a cat.
Yep. Hi. So, how's everyone doing?
We hope you're doing well.
We've got a lot of things to be thankful for this year, even though I've had 2 surgeries in 1 month.
Well,
And
that's still something to be thankful for.
2 surgeries? I don't know about that, but I'm worse off now with one of them than I was before.
Yeah, but at least your hernia's gone. Bob's gone.
Yeah, I lost my friend Bob, my hernia. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my wife's new site. Whoop, there's our big, my other wife.
This is Elamu.
Yep, my other wife. Anyway, you really?
Sit down,
We're
stop
trying to do a
taking away
video
the
and you're
show.
like in my face? Seriously? Oh well. That's how it goes when you have children. You know, I was born in Puerto Rico, raised in California, and learned English first. Went back to the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, when my dad retired from the Navy. And, left when I was 17 and joined the Army. Went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And then did my advanced school in Huntsville, Alabama. And that's where... Come on, doggy, please. That's where I met my wife. When I met her, I weighed about $117, that soaking wet.
Literally. 128 pounds.
Yeah, I was scrawny, and boy, could I run. I used to be on the track team in Puerto Rico, and my training area was the sand on the beach. So I had a lot of resistance, when I was running. But anyway, I met my wife. I used to love roller skating, and I still do, but I can't do it anymore.
Me neither.
But,
my back, no.
I chased her around the roller rink for about 3 hours.
3 hours.
Because I was too afraid to say hello.
My cousin said he was stalking me.
Then they had a speed skate competition. And wouldn't you know, the only place available to sit was at the carpet booth right next to her. And let me tell you, when I sat there, I was scared. I was twiddling my thumbs. And I finally had the courage to look up to her and say hello. And she was like, "What do you want?" I felt like taking my shirt and pulling my head in like a turtle. And I told her, all I want to do is say, hello and see if you wanted something to drink. A soda or something. So we did, and we sat down at the table and talked about life, marriage, children. And, she thought, that this was it. But
when I got home that night, yeah. And so did you. That's what you told me the next morning.
Then, I didn't hear nothing from her for several weeks, and all of a sudden I got a letter. And, we built from there. I wound up having to go to Germany, spent 2 years there, and came back about 6 months before my tour was up. And I decided, it was time to go ahead and get engaged. She already had a promise ring. So we went to dinner, and I was going to propose in the restaurant, but I left the ring in the car in my gloves.
The ding-a-ling that he is.
Yeah, my wife's fault. Sorry, bear with me, I hurt my back. And then we went to Opryland Hotel. They have a beautiful, beautiful botanical garden.
Yes, and it's been expanded since then.
Yep. And we went out, and I was trying to find the perfect place. And there was this gazebo and the lighting was perfect, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful setting.
But in my mind, all that walking around, I thought, well, he's not going to propose to me.
Yep. So, I figured that was a good strategy,
Sure you did.
Anyway, we got out to the gazebo, and I got down on one knee. But, she told me that if I wouldn't have gotten down on one knee and proposed to her, she wouldn't have said yes.
I'm an old-fashioned girl.
Let me tell you, she would have said yes. Okay, no matter what I said or how I said it, she would have said it.
Keep thinking
yes.
that. Keep thinking that.
Uh-huh. You wanted to be married. And let me tell you, after I proposed and I went back to Germany, let me tell you, I got back and they messed up on my travel orders. And I had to come back to Tennessee for a few days, right? She was at college at the time, getting ready for final exams or doing final exams or whatever. She draws these little wedding bells on a sheet of paper, and it has the month of September of '89, and that's the year we were supposed to get married.
No, I didn't put the year. I just put the September.
Okay, that's right. Forgive me.
It's old
so
age,
many years. Yeah. But anyway, I was like, yeah, that's the year we plan on getting married. So she flips the paper over and does July.
2 more wedding bells.
Okay. And mind you, we're in the month of July. And then she was like, well, how's tomorrow? And I was kind of drawn back. I was like, what about the marriage license? She's like, oh, Davidson County Clerk, $20. And I'm thinking to myself, this woman's done her homework. But I was like, well, what about the wedding rings? Oh, right next to Nashville State, Gordon's Jewelers got a sale, 2 for $99. Wouldn't you know, 2 days later, we were married. But not after I passed out at my wedding.
Not once, but twice.
Well, first time I caught myself, I was in the middle of my wedding vows. But then, after I sat back up and we continued on, you were right in the middle of yours. It was lights out. She said all she saw was my eyes rolled to the back of my head, and whap! I was on the deck. I was out cold. So, nah.
I tried to catch him, and even at 100...
Oh.
I did.
Yeah, she was like, I'm going to let him fall and hit the floor.
Even at 128 pounds, when a person is passing out, there is no catching them. They are heavy.
No, she didn't even try. Don't even go down that road. You didn't even try. I hit the deck hard. You know it. You just said, I'm going to let him fall.
No.
Then your mama yells out, oh, you better not be trying to get out of the wedding.
No, she didn't, but that's what she was thinking.
But then that's how we got married. And we've been married now. This July will be, 32 years?
It was 31.
No, it'll be 32 this year.
This next year.
Yeah, I said this July coming up will be 32 years.
Yeah.
A long time to be dragging you around. My gosh. 32 years.
Me around?
Yeah, I know. But I didn't start having weight problems until my mid-30s. Unbeknownst to me, I developed diabetes. Then the insulin and all the metformin and large amounts of insulin wound up causing me to gain weight. I couldn't do cardio because I wound up with severe neuropathy in my feet. Then I had 2 surgeries in my shoulders, 2 bad knees, and now I've just had 1 surgery in my knee. So weight loss is really, really difficult for someone who has diabetes. And you wonder, how can I lose this weight? I've got all these things that are against me. Now, I know there's more people out there that have worse problems, and yes, they lose weight. But, I'm just telling you my story and the problems I'm going through. Now, my wife Denise, on the other hand, ever since I've pretty much known her, she started having leg problems on her right leg. And she used to be skinny. She used to be like, 124?
No, I was 140 when
140?
we got married.
Still,
that was skinny, yeah.
Yeah. And
because I'm tall.
Yep. But then when she got pregnant, not the first pregnancy where she lost it, but the second one, she really started having problems with leg pain. And, all the doctors were thinking, this is just muscular. It's muscular. Yes. Here's some steroids. Here's some, ibuprofen.
Cortisone shot.
Here's a shot. And it went on for years. She wound up gaining weight. She lost weight. She gained it back.
I lost it.
She wound up having a spiral break in her leg, and that took a long time to heal. But then as time went on, she started having severe back problems, which ultimately led to having a laminectomy. And then, well, first they did steroid shots, and the first one did pretty good. But then the second one...
No, that was after my second... between my first and second.
No, that was your first surgery you had. Dr. Shibiyama said that the first shot was okay, but the second one, you couldn't absorb it properly.
Right.
And it caused more pressure on the nerves because you went in walking and came out in a wheelchair.
Yes.
And he said there's no need to do the third because your body can't handle it right now. So he had to do a laminectomy. And when they had the MRI, they showed, she had nerve damage already. Some of them were crunched. And that explains why today she still has, some chronic pain, in her leg and in her back. Because it'll never go away.
Oh, lay down.
But then we got into a car accident. Somebody T-boned her side. And then she had to have a second laminectomy. And as time went on, she started gaining weight. She would lose a little bit, and it's really hard for her to lose the weight. Then she wound up, they did an x-ray of your knee because you went in for knee problems. Hurting. But then they saw something not right with her back. So they did a couple special x-rays, and then they found that there's something wrong with her spine. So that doctor referred us to Skyline Medical Center. And then 3 weeks later, she had to have 3/4 spinal fusion all the way down to her pelvis, to just under her cervical column.
S1, all the way to L3. Yeah, because
I know it's right at the end of the
it's L3.
the thoracic lumbar portion of your spine.
Yeah, so 3/4 fused. So that means no bending. I mean, I can bend at my hips, but I can't bend my back. Like when you sit to eat, you bend. I can't do that. No twisting.
It's hard.
Yes, it's
hard. It really is.
It makes for a hard life.
We've discovered the aquatic center, and the owner is an awesome gentleman. And she was up to 317 pounds. She's now down to about 290, and that is due to the hard work she's doing in the water, which takes a tremendous amount of stress off your body.
Bless you.
The weight loss is a little slow, but she really can't do a lot of exercises out of water.
It's very hard. I tried the other day to just do some of my legs stuff in the hallway, and I was like, whoa, this isn't working. I began to hurt almost immediately.
And later on, she wound up having to have her right knee replaced, and then she had to have it manipulated because a lot of scar tissue formed, and every time she kept bending her knee, she caused inflammation and pain. So they had to put her back in the OR sedated.
Go lay down.
And manually manipulate that leg to break all that scar tissue loose. So she can walk, but after that big spine surgery, it took her about 6 months to learn to walk. Then they thought she had what's that problem with the leg that they tested you for?
Nerve damage.
No, not the nerve damage.
Oh, they thought I had MS.
Yeah, multiple sclerosis.
Whenever I would go to the pool and I would try to get out of the pool, I couldn't get out of the pool on my own without somebody coming and me literally holding on to them and just forcing my legs the best I could to get up the steps. And a couple of times they put me on the seat and pulled me out of the pool that way. And that was a very scary time. And he was talking about when I learned to walk again. I will be honest with you. I thought I would never walk again. He told me I would, but I was like, how do you know? You're not in my body. And when they first got me up, they put me between two parallel bars and had a...
Hey,
Stop that.
Squeaky, be quiet. Hey, sorry for the change in video. I was in too much pain to continue laying where I was laying. So I'm going to let my wife pick up where she left off talking about the parallel bars. What?
So when I was first being taught how to walk, when I was in the recovery home, they took me to the parallel bars, and they had a therapist in front of me, behind me, and on one side of me, and my husband was on the other side, and it was still very, very scary. And I would take a couple of steps and my legs would start to give out, and I would be, I can't go anymore, I'm going to go to the ground. And they kept thinking that it was just me afraid to take steps. And even after I told them that my legs were giving out, they didn't believe me. But I've asked many doctors, and I even had nerve testing done to see if the nerve was conducting properly in my legs. The doctors do not know why my legs give out.
Yeah, that's still a question, but at least we know she doesn't have MS, and thank goodness,
God.
because that's in the family.
Yeah.
And she's got enough problems with the bones in her body, and
I have osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, bursitis in my hips, fibromyalgia, degenerative disc disease, and spinal stenosis. Degenerative disc disease means that my bones in my spine will continue to degenerate for the rest of my life. And the stenosis causes pain. Some people think that because I had the fusion in my spine that I shouldn't have pain anymore. But the reason why I had the fusion was not to get rid of the pain. It was to keep me from becoming paralyzed. Right before I had the fusion, my spine was caving in, and there was about that size, about a quarter size, where you could see the skin was starting to fall inward in that area because it was falling apart. And my spine literally looks like this in my old videos. And now it's just straight up and down.
yeah. But we're going to work hard to try to lose weight. We're going to post. We've got a wonderful place, Beyond Aquatics, who the owners allowed us to make videos. And we're going to have an interview with him. So you'll be able to actually meet the owner, and you'll see some of the neat stuff they've got for, you know, aquatherapy. And that's what this thing is. It's nothing but aquatherapy. They've got 2 pools, both of them are heated. One has got a lift chair, so they can bring you in and dip you in the water and pull you back out if you got problems. There's underwater treadmills, ellipticals. So it's a cool place to go. We're going to both go, continue. Well, actually, we're going to continue to go. We'll post videos and see, you know, our progression.
And I will show you on my channel exactly what kind of exercise I do. Even from the beginning, I will show you how to start and how to proceed, how to go if you're beyond what I'm capable of doing, but still not able to do stuff outside of the water.
We're not experts. We're just real people trying to lose weight who have problems.
And who are always learning.
We don't claim to be experts.
No.
Because I don't believe in having these thin stick people try to tell us how to lose weight if they never had an inch of weight problems in their life.
Yeah.
Some of them have. Some of them has done very well. We're not out there to be that person. We want to just hopefully try to be an inspiration to others who have weight problems, who have chronic issues like either diabetes or problems with spines or your bones.
When I asked my doctor how much should my weight goal be, he told me that I shouldn't set a weight goal. I should look at my health, and when I am healthier, to then I'll know that
Yeah.
I've reached a good weight. But not to look at a weight and say, oh, I have to be this weight.
Right. We hope y'all enjoy this.
I'm going to tell them about the comment. I would also like you guys to know that people have informed me that it has been hard for them to find my Spine Devil channel just by looking it up. And so what I want to do is I want to change the name, but I'd like your help with that. If you could comment below and let us know what you think the new channel name should be, that would be wonderful. And we are going to reveal the new channel name that we choose among all the names you've given us next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. So look forward to that. Look forward to the new channel name. And please subscribe, like. Oh. So please, everybody like, comment, share, and subscribe. We thank you for your attention today. And again, have a wonderful Thanksgiving.